Face framing and layers throughout the front here is something that really can help soften up a shape. It's, to me, one of my favorite things to do because it creates that beautiful flow into here, whether it's opening up the face here to have a more flowing type of layer. But there's also a variety of different lengths and things you can do when it comes to face framing. For example, and I've pre-sectioned this, so if you're doing this at home, I always say, do this at your own risk. Don't have too much wine before you do this, and just be very, very careful. But you always want to separate like the front from the back here, as you can see. This is the whole back. Usually, it's around the top of the ear, right in this area, that separates the front from the back. And if you want, what you could even do is just comb all this hair out of the way, and you can then just clip it, right? Just get all this out, brush it all the way out of the way, and just take a clip of some sorts, a butterfly clip, which is one of these, and just, give it a little twist and clip it out of the way so that you have this completely, separated like this. So, the length. How short should your face frame be? How long should your face frame be? This all is a matter of taste and preference on you. Because wherever this hair is going to fall here, in the front, in the face frame, it's going to travel back this far. Now, a lot of times when people are wearing a face frame, they're wearing it to be down like this towards the face. Like, the style is the haircut framing the face. So everything is coming forward this way, right? It kind of arches around, and it's, curving in towards the face. So a lot of times people are wearing these pieces. So you have to understand that however short this is, right? If it's too short, you're not going to have that, right? Especially up here. If it's too long, it's just going to be, it might be way down or whatever. So you have to be comfortable with where do you want these pieces, the top of the face framing, where do you want that to be? Are you okay with it coming into the face this way? Which means that you have to have a lot of volume and lift on this side and through here to make sure that this is off your face, because you don't want the hair all just coming down the face. That means a lot of product, blow drying it, hairspray, a lot of things to make sure that you're keeping that hair off of your face. Typically, what I like to do is I'm a big, fan of having the layers flow away from the face, more of that modern, just flowy type of, whether it's a side parting. So it's not so much angling in. However, a lot of people might want to have their hair angle in. So what I like to do is there's a couple of ways you can do this. If you're doing this at home, where do you start? Where do you begin? There could be a couple of different ways to do this. So you could take a little part right in the front, right here, a little sliver of hair right here in the very, very front, right? We're not going too far back. It's just one little piece right here in the very, very front, right? And this is going to be the determining factor of how long you want the actual face frame itself, these pieces, to be. That all is on you. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this piece right here, and I'm just going to cut it straight across, like that. So I just cut this piece right here, straight across. And the reason I only went right here and not all the way over here is because you don't want to chop all of this hair off. You want just like a little piece in the front to be your guide. Then it's a matter of, okay, what do I do now to connect all of this? And this is where what I like to do is I like to comb the hair somewhat forwards, like this. So I'm going to comb this hair. I'm going to use that piece as my guide. And I'm going to comb all this hair from the top, right? You want to make sure that you're combing this kind of downwards and combing it where it lives or it wants to fall naturally. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle my fingers up. Now, you're going to see that little piece right there. That's going to be very blunt. You're actually going to cut it on an angle, and you're going to start to work your fingers and work that shape downwards like this to where it's connected into the length. Depending on how much hair you have, you may have to do a couple of different sections, but and keep in mind, we also haven't even discussed cutting length or anything like that. But look what's happening right in through here. You could see that we've created a nice angled face frame going all the way from right here to all the way downwards here. So take this head off right here. There we go. There it is. See? So I've created the face frame right here, working all the way down into the length. There it is on this side. So how do you do this on the other side? Well, it's the same thing. Stand, and if you're doing this on a client, you can stand almost in front of them. You're going to take a little piece of that little sliver that you had from before as your guide, as your piece. You're going to comb it all forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to work my way upwards now, like this. So I'm working and cutting up. I'm angling my fingers down like so. There's the piece up there. And all I'm doing is making a connection, just like that. So now, if you want, you can see that all of this now has a connection going from angled in the very, very front down in through the sides here. And you can see how I'm combing that down, how it all just flows into itself. Now, here's the next part of this thing, is I'm going to comb this all downwards like this, and I'm going to, because you're going to get pieces coming over from this side, so you want to push these out of the way, because they're going to live in their own little area. And you want to comb everything on the side that it lives. So right now, I'm going to comb this all forward, and I'm going to actually look for any longer pieces from over-directing from back here, just to kind of comb this forward. And I'm trying to, find hair from the back area in through here, okay? Because I want this all to kind of come forward here, and I want to take all this hair, and I want to comb it where it lives, and I want to see if there's any pieces that need to be cut. And you can see how I'm working my fingers downwards like this, okay? And what this is allowing me to do, it's allowing me to really have a nice shape working all the way in through the face framing. So as I comb all this, it's all going to start working itself towards the face. Same thing on this side. I'm going to comb all this forward like this. Get all this hair up and through here. We're going to comb it downwards. And I'm going to do the opposite. So if you are attempting this at home, a lot of it is, combing the hair forwards, right? You're going to be from behind. You're going to be combing this way, and you're going to be trying to grab it. Where is the front of the head? There it is. And you're going to be trying to grab it this way. So, you're going to have to be really take it very slowly and do it at your own risk. So in this situation, you're going to have to kind of maybe come from underneath like this and cut upward. Just make sure you're not cutting your hands or your fingers, I would say, and just be very, very, very cautious and take your time, right? Same thing on this side. You're going to be combing forwards like this, and, you may have to put yourself in an awkward situation with your hands. That's why, for me, I always say, be careful with doing it. Can you bring everything forward? Let's just say you want to create a face frame, and you're like, oh, what if I just brought everything forward and cut it? Well, let's see what that's going to create. So I'm combing all this forward from here, and there's the hair right there. And let's just say I cut this all straight across. There it is right there, and I'm cutting this all straight across. What that's going to do, yes, it's going to create a very kind of a stronger line and a stronger shape in through here, but also just be careful that you are not cutting just straight across this way. You always have to be cutting on somewhat of an angle, simply because of the hair going shorter to longer on the face frame. So look, bringing everything forward, and then what that's done is actually created an even Steven face frame. So you have a lot of options. By bringing all this hair forward, what happens is when you brush the hair back off the face, remember, you still have like some of the length throughout the back here. And then what do you do in that situation? Well, that's where you actually comb this all, somewhat forward, right? And you want to just make sure there's at least a connection right in through here, right? Just bring all of this and make sure that it's at least connecting from this point forward. Again, this is more of if you're trying to do this yourself, if you're a professional doing this, then it might be a completely different method, and I do it a very different method. I actually work from the top down this way. This is how I cut, I cut going down like this, and I'm angling my fingers because I'm very used to this, so I can kind of pinpoint what I'm looking for. But a lot of this really comes down to just when you think you're done, you're not. Just when you think that it's perfect, it's not, because you need to keep combing and cutting, right? Even in through here. Now I'm introducing some of this to the back, to the front, and boom. Now I'm just, now we're like taking a lot more hair and really connecting the entire shape. So what I'm going to do right now is I just want to blow dry this, and I want to show you the result of the face framing and what it looks like. All right, so the best thing that I like to do when I'm doing any sort of face framing or blow drying is I like to make sure that I'm blow drying this all forward, right? Forward towards the face. So I'm going to blow dry this as if I was cutting it. So what does that mean? Well, it's going to look like this. I'm blow drying this all forward like so. Section by section. So think of this as you're blow drying it. It's almost like you're cutting it the same way. So I'm just going to speed through this, and then I'll show you the finished result. The arm is burning from the blow drying. All right, so let's take a nice wide tooth comb here, my carbon comb, and let's comb this back. And you can already see the shape and the fullness from the layers. Now let's go back and kind of see where this naturally wants to split. All right, now you can see what's happening in through here is just because of how this was cut, you can see everything is already supporting itself, and that's what you want. So now let's build in that face frame. I didn't do any sort of post-cutting or texturizing, so let's work in this face framing right in through here, right? Let's now bring all these pieces inwards like this, and here we go with this one piece in through here. So now, it's up to us how we want to kind of go in and style this and, spray it and things like that. Let's just work all of these angles and work this face frame in. So you could see in through here how it's all coming towards the face, and this is the starting point right in through here as I turn this around, right? See that? And as we comb this down, everything is coming into place. And if I were to spray this, I'm going to use Locked XL hairspray because it gives like a nice natural medium hold and a natural shine. So I'm going to spray this towards the hair, and this is where I'm going to start piecing this out, right? Just to kind of smooth these pieces and just give them a little bit of shape and texture right in through here. And you can see what that's done right in through this area. Let me just raise this up a little bit. There we go. So you can see how nice this looks, right, as I bring this in this way. See how solid that is and how thick that is? Now that's, again, with no, look compared to the other side, right? This is with no, softening or texturizing or anything like that. Now on the other side, look what happens when I do this face frame on this side and I bring this back. So let's comb this through and let's start piecing out this. And this could all be softened with, slide cutting, channel cutting. Like, for example, like let's go in and remove some of this weight in through here. I'm slide cutting this, and I'm just, removing some of that weight so it's a little bit softer, something that's very commonly used by us professionals, and we're really just kind of channeling out some of that weight to the ends here so I can then go back in and make it just a little more piecey and a little softer right in through here, okay? Very, very common thing to do. Now, however, watch what another way of creating this face frame is having this go back this way, right in through here. So we've got these soft pieces right in through here. Let's go in and piece these pieces out right in through here. A lot of, TV people wear their hair like this. Whether you're celebrities, hosts, this is definitely more of a TV type of thing. And I'm going to just bring these layers back slightly and work this into the layered shape right into here, as you can see. So there's a little bit of a difference between, having a softer flowing type of face frame on this side compared to it all coming towards the face, right? This is something where if you go to a professional to get this done, hopefully they're able to execute this the right way because, it's still a fairly popular haircut. Like I said, a lot of news anchors and TV people, they're all getting their hair like this still. So you have to make sure that if you are a professional cutting this, that you can follow this, and be able to do it. And if you're trying to do this at home, it's taken me many, many years. I've been cutting hair for 30 years. This is not a 1, 2, 3 job that you can just do from watching it. It's a lot of skill. Now, I want to do the money. This is the money shot right here. This is how I normally would style these types of layers, okay? Again, I mentioned before, I'm a big kind of off the face guy, so let's rake all of this back with the hands, right? Let's rake all of this back and look at this. Look at how gorgeous that shape is. Look at that. Then I'll bring this in slightly in through here, right? And just create like that just beautiful flow, right? Even on this side. So, this is kind of my money cut right in through here. So I'll bring this back, and if I want to spray this, I want to keep it off the face slightly, I'll just work this back like so and give it a little bit of a spray. This also can be worn on TV very nicely. And I just opened that whole thing up right in through here, right? So you've got a few different looks. And I think this came out awesome. So I really would love to know your feedback on all of this. And hopefully this helped you understand how to cut a face frame, or at least what goes into a face frame. It does take a lot of skill and expertise. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this. And I invite you to explore my range of hair products, which you could see that all right here, blow dryers, brushes, all that kind of stuff. And I hope you really, really enjoyed this. Leave comments below, subscribe, like the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.